Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is Hoyoverse, because we've talked about the Hoyoverse boycott. If you don't know, you can go, watch my old video. I'll pull up the little graphic in case you missed it. Let me see. Where the hell is that deranged people? Let's see. So here it is. So there's this kind of official movement, right, that started for the Hoyoverse boycott. And you guys can see that on this quote unquote official account, right? The HYV boycott, right? We talked about this. This is over perceived racial discrimination in the new region of Natlin, right? And this is the official boycott where they're saying do review bomb and share their posts and like and retweet and kind of give them clout, but don't purchase anything. Now, of course, it doesn't say don't play the game, right? So completely ineffective boycott. But yeah, this has been going on for now a while, right? For a couple days. This has been going on since the 15th. So almost a week now of the boycott. So how is it going, right? Let's check in and let's see how it's going. So according to the official Hoyoverse page, right? So according to the Hoyoverse page, they say more from our Chinese informants. So first of all, they're pretending that China has the back of a bunch of Western, American, largely American, Canadian, Western, non-Chinese people, activists, right? So some, woke activists from the West. They're saying that China has their back and that people in China are backing them up. Now, it's a big country. Of course, there's some people that are mentally deranged or went to school abroad, and we'll talk about that. And those people have been kind of fucked in the brain, and they, come back and they bring this poison from perhaps Western institutions like Berkeley or somewhere else, and they've been kind of poisoned in the mind. They come back and they dribble this. But I'm saying the vast majority of people over there are not infected by this mind virus, or not infected the same way. But they're claiming, oh yeah, China's got their back. And look what we're doing. Look where we're doing. Hoyoverse is not trending. So they're claiming that they're winning because they're not trending on Chinese social media on certain pages at certain times when they take a screen cap of the top 13 or top other items on certain Chinese social media sites. Oh my God, they're not trending at a given moment. Are you fucking kidding me, right? So that's what they say. They said they're moving right here, right? So, see here, the lay of the claim. Hoyoverse tried to buy some AI account to make the website top. What is going on in China? The Chinese social media protest is ironically the exact opposite to ours. Their method is to stage a blackout and remove Hoyoverse from the trending page. So what I think is really going on here is that the boycott isn't working, but they're trying to show that it is by no one caring, right? By no one caring. And they're claiming, look, they're claiming here, this is the boycotters. The Chinese community is watching. Now they're asking us to fight with them. By request of Chinese informants, please sign this petition. So do you understand what this petition is? It's to tell Western politicians to contact Chinese politicians and tell them to put political pressure on Hoyoverse. First of all, do you think if Joe Biden gets on the phone in his 2 minutes of clarity or 10 seconds of clarity when he's not, when he's on the drugs and kind of getting the clarity, and he calls Xi, you think he's going to talk to him about Hoyoverse and and you think that even if Xi picked up that phone, that Xi's going to give a fuck about that? Bro, no. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? And then some people are buying it here, right? But then look at here. Ace puts, I hate to break your bubble, but for Billy trending, number 16 refers to ZZZ and number 29 refers to Honkai Star Rail. So Zenless, what is it? The Zenless Zone that is Hoyoverse. That's trending in number 29. That's Honkai Star Rail. So it is actually trending. So they're actually lying about that. They're lying about that. But even further, they're lying about whose side China is on. And I know about this because I had a personal message today on this. And I could not believe this. This is how I was like, I got to do this episode because I got a message that my Chinese ex-girlfriend's dad was watching the video of me reviewing this on Bilibili. I also got this from someone in my email, Geo Rockman. Shout out to you, Geo Rockman. But I got a private DM from my ex-girlfriend being like, my dad is watching your video on Bilibili. And I'm like, are you serious right now? And she's like, yeah. And there's like 1,000 people watching it right now actively, like as she's watching it, and it's got hundreds of thousands of views. And I'm like, are you fucking with me right now? And she's like, no, I'm not fucking with you. Right? So I come over here. Where is this? I come over here and I'm like, who's this fucking Chad? Like, so somebody has come over and translated my clip, and it's already got thousands of copies over here, right? It's already got thousands of copies. It sounds to the comments. And you know what they're telling me is a lot of the comments, because I was like, all right, well, tell me what the comments are saying. They're like, oh, they fucking love you. They're calling you Marshall Mihoyo. And a lot of the comments, you know, they're not supportive of the boycott. The comments are, fuck you, into the Western activists. Are like, fuck you, you crazy people. Like, fuck you, you woke Westerners. And if you want to play the game, play the game. If not, fuck off. Right? And I'm like, oh, well, okay. It appears that this comment, right, that China is backing them up is complete bullshit. In fact, China has got your boys back, right? Even my fucking ex-girlfriend's dad, and he doesn't like me. By the way, my ex-girlfriend's dad doesn't like me, right? He's gotten over it. But I mean, he really didn't like me for a minute there. But he's still like, yo, your boy's killing it on this. What were the comments? So I had somebody who went out and translated more of the comments on the official pages talking about this boycott, right? And these are the translations. So I want to read, these are actual translations from Chinese. So I want to read some of these Chinese translations from you, right? Okay. So Western internet is always like this. The so-called correctness is valued more than the quality of the story, but MiHoYo shouldn't care about it. See, this is it. The Western internet is always like this. See, they know. They know. This is why this is not going to work. They're like, they know what the story is. They know what the fucking story is. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not buying that shit. Right? And next, overall, it's good. What's the problem? Must everyone have dark skin? Doesn't dark skin look a bit out of place? Isn't slightly tan skin enough? Exactly. Why do you have to use the same standard that literal chattel slave traders used in the 1700s and 1800s to sell slaves? Why are you using the dark enough test? Right? That's literally the test that was owned by people that boated over to Africa and bought slaves from, by the way, Africans that were selling their fellow Africans into slavery, right? Their rival tribes, et cetera, you know, their political rivals, selling them into slavery, right? And then taking them over to the US and using the skin test, right? Crazy. Regarding the upper comment, that's what we all think, but that's racism in America. Yes, it's true. It wouldn't necessarily be in the US, but quite a few US cops would agree with that statement, as black people look really out of place in their eyes, okay? And then they continue on. And once again, these are Chinese comments, so they're just saying shit, right? They're just fucking riffing. And they don't have to worry about the woke police canceling them. They say, They say to respect the culture, but every word from them is about stereotypes. They can only move themselves. See, this is the point. They just operate on these racial stereotypes, which in and of itself is fucking racist. Operating based on stereotypes is racist. It's absolute racist. There should be one black character, and the bonus, the talent is a bonus for gathering silk. Oh, bro, literally. And okay, this is the Chinese version of being like the black character is the one picking cotton. This comment right here about the silk flower, bro. This is like that's a cotton picking comment. It's great. And once again, these are Chinese comments that are translated, right? It's useless to protest in a country region that doesn't spend any money. Oh, destroyed. Look at this. Because the point is that the US, remember guys, the US wasn't even on the top 20 player list. They don't give a fuck. Asia has the money, and they're the ones that spend the big money on Genshin, not elsewhere, right? No wonder SBI has grown big. Their suffering is worthy of their perception. In that case, they should go under Elon Musk's account and make him black. Oh man, absolutely. Once again, these are real people responding. This is not their made up agenda that China's supporting them. This is real people commenting, and they absolutely get wrecked in China. So that's a little shout out there today. I thought this was fucking great. Now let's get into Junyun, because this guy also fucked up regarding Hoyoverse. So let me cover this. Okay. So this guy, Junyun, is a voice actor. He's voice acted a lot of he's voice acted a couple of characters, including Hoyoverse characters, right? So about Junyun, he was born in Busan. He's South Korean, right? But for the last 25 years, he's lived in where? Los Angeles. And I wanted to use him, not necessarily because he's the only one. There's other crazy woke voice actors and stuff like that out there. It's all fine, right? But he is a great example of someone who has lived in LA for too long. And I know a lot of these folks, right? Because on paper, they're quote unquote diverse, right? Oh, I'm from another country. Okay. Even though if you go to LA, right, what diverse is really is an interesting question, because the number of, it's not like LA is majority a bunch of people that look like my friend Ben, blonde hair, blue eye guys. No, not in LA, right? LA looks much different. So what's diverse, quote unquote, in LA is interesting. It's up to interpretation. But this guy, he wrote here this message that he messaged from his voice actor account about the Natlan characters. And look what he said here. Let's read his little complaint, right? And mind you, he has him here, and he puts here Korean voice actor. This man has lived, let me just point out, this man has lived in LA for 24 years, right? His wife is white, right? But he's Korean voice actor. Okay, sure. And I guess he's born in Korea, but let's point this out. Continuing, right? First and foremost, thank you very much for the bottom of my heart for your continued dedication, working hard in Genshin Impact. As a fan, I appreciate all your team does to bring this amazing game to us. Thank you so much. I understand the world of Tevya is fictional. Okay, so that's where you stop. So if you understand the world is fictional, you put a period and you don't send this message, right? Because it's a fictional place. So shut the fuck up, bro. But let's continue. And that the nations and characters are informed by various real cultures that are mixed in to create a fictional setting. With so much research and attention put into the characterization of each nation, Natlan included, it is disheartening to see efforts are being drowned out by the greenlit character designs that don't respectfully portray the people and deities of this culture. Why should they? It's a fictional setting. That you answered your own question, retard. Right? Well, hold on. I got the clip.
Yeah,
here.
right. Explain this to me like I'm retarded.
That won't be that hard.
I'm sorry, you're a little slow here in the French sense of the word, le retard, right? It's fictional. Therefore, they don't have to do what you say and do a one-to-one comparison. And by the way, How about the one-to-one comparisons about things like Cleopatra, where they're putting out images of Cleopatra or the queens of England, right? And portraying wives of Henry, as, oh yeah, they were African, right? When they're clearly not, right? Or changing Little Mermaid, which is a Danish folktale, right? So why is it okay one way, but it's not okay the other? And it's not okay in a fictional setting. Those are historic settings. I mean, not Little Mermaid, but the other ones are. Cleopatra certainly is, right? So why is it okay to do it in one instance, but not the other? Very interesting. Let's continue here. Please reconsider redesigning the Natlan characters with respect to the originating culture, specifically the skin color. So he is pro darkening the skin color. Genshin Impact is loved by millions around the world, and I truly believe such an action will bring even more fans to the game and Hoyoverse to gain a higher level of respect from global fans. Thank you for your time. With respect, the EN voice of Yip Tak, Koju, Takyuki, and other NPCs. He's a fucking NPC, baby. An NPC. A retard? Yeah, retard. Le retard. Yes. So this is the comments of Jun Yoon. He's pro emailing them and pro getting on the woke train, right? And look what the response was here. So the best thing to this, and the thing I really love about this, was that he got immediately fucking wrecked. So his post here, right? His post here is right here. Okay. Email them, right? And then you just put edited, blah, blah, blah. First response here. Hey, I'm a Latin American, somebody that's a real Latin American, not somebody who thinks they're Latin American because they live in LA. Because by the way, Jun Yoon and many people who live in LA, they think that they're Latino because they live in LA and they've had tacos. Because, June makes posts like this, like, oh, look, I'm the expert on tacos, right? I'm going to shame this guy for putting ketchup on his tacos because I've lived in LA. And because I've lived in LA, I'm the master of tacos. Thus, because I'm the master of tacos, I know all about Latin America, right? I'm the Latin American master. I can tell you what's best for Latin America because I'm a Korean guy in LA that likes tacos, right? Well, what do real Latin Americans have to say? Let's find out. Latin American here, the representation is well done. A Latin American coming in off the fucking top rope. Off the top rope saying the representation is well done. I don't know why Americans want us all to be black or something. Stay away from my culture. Stay away from my culture. Latinos telling them to fuck off, mariposa. Telling them to get the fuck out. Come mierda. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And more here. Look at this. Same. Latin American, and I love the Natlan characters. Why US people try to defend us when we don't even need to. We really don't care. Latin American here. Latin American culture isn't the only one incorporated into Natlan. And boom, they're leftist commies. It's all about message, nothing more, which no bullshit gets the fucking W today. Super fucking based. Bro, stay away from my culture. Right? This is what everybody needs to be dropping on these people is get the fuck out all around the world. And we're going to talk about Japan and the consequences because this is going over to Ubisoft in a second, right? We're going to transition to Ubisoft, but this is what happens when you push back. These people need to be pushed back. There's a lot of talk now about don't cancel. No, don't cancel people back. That's what the left. No. People do need to be publicly shamed and do need to feel consequences for their actions because they are trying to do something. They are trying to have a negative effect, right? And therefore, them having responsibilities and consequences for their actions is called discipline. And it's about time to bring some discipline. And if there's one place in the world that knows a discipline, it is Asia, which discipline real good in Asia, right? If there's one lesson that the Asian Chads and Stacys can teach to the folks over there, these woke Western activists, it's discipline. And it's about time these motherfuckers are spanked, right? We need to get out the fucking bamboo rod and give these guys a caning like we're up in Malaysia or Singapore. I'm just saying, guys, it's about fucking time.